Voice is not clear, sir. Srinivas, sir. I think you don't have signal.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Shanvi Learning Services. And welcome to biology session. See, yesterday as we discussed about different type of tissues and uses. See here, we have many questions like how are the cells are arranged? Do you find any difference between skin cells and muscle cells? We had observed like bone cells, bone tissues, and skin layer, how the cells are arranged in that particular tissue. Okay, to know that answers, to know answers for the given questions, here we have to know about a different type of tissues deeply and their function. Okay, so let us try to know about that particular tissues. Here, as we discussed in last class, there are four major types of tissues in the animals, right? Here we are talking about animals because plant tissues already completed. We are in animal tissues, right? Tissues in the animals. Here, first one, epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue protects and covers the animal's body from inside and outside. Okay, epithelial tissue like skin. Okay, protects and covers the animal's body from inside and outside. Okay, from both sides it can protect. Okay, it can protect from external environment and internal environment even. Okay, and then second one, first one is epithelial tissue, second one is connective tissue. Fine. So here, a loosely spaced tissue mainly as rendering support to loosely spaced tissues, organs in the connective tissue. And third one, muscular tissue, the tissue which is responsible for movement in our body. As I told you, if we have only skeletal body, there is no chance to take a movement. Okay, here to take a movement here along with the skeletal body, we need muscles, right? We need muscles. So here the tissue which so the coordination in between skeletal body and skeletal structure and muscle, here there is possibility to take a movement, right? So locomotor organs will take a movement because of these muscles and bone. Not only with muscles, not only with bone. Okay, both coordination we needed here, right? So the tissue, a specialized tissue that responds to internal external stimuli is called nervous tissue. This class
Voice is not audible, sir.
please
Please.
stand line. Okay.
Okay, now it's
Okay,
better.
sir. Okay. See here, now last tissue, the tissue is nervous tissue that respond to internal. Okay, see here, stimulus nothing but a change. Okay, so for example, you are walking on the road. Okay, suddenly from car or any vehicle blow the horn, then when we hear the particular I will share you slide. Please stand line, all of you. Now, okay. See here, if you step on any sharp material, you will take your leg back within fraction of a second, right? Nervous tissues, like okay, nerve cells are carrying that message from particular point where we detect that change to brain, central nervous system, again bringing back. So like that, we have a great system, that is a nervous system. So our fourth tissue is a specialized tissue that respond to internal, external stimuli is called nervous tissue, right? So once again, we have here four types of tissues. One is epithelial tissue. Next, second one is connective tissue, and third one is muscular tissue, and fourth one is nervous tissue. Okay. So these are the tissues we have. Are the functions of all the above tissues the same? Let us study about tissues in our body. Because in 8th class, now also you know about the cell. A group of cells which have same structure and function formed as like tissues, right? So here multicellular organisms which consist more than one cell, which is considered as a multicellular organisms, they will show division of labor. Okay, what is division of labor? So different group of cells which is considered as tissues can perform different functions here. So for this question, are the functions of all the above tissues the same? No, different tissues can perform different functions. See here, nervous tissue is performing what function? Is here transferring data, transmitting data. Okay, so like that, your epithelial tissue is helping to protect the body from inside and outside. So like that, we have different functions of that particular tissues. So yeah, you just think, are the functions of all above tissues the same? No, because here we are talking about multicellular organisms. Okay, we are talking about multicellular organisms. That's why here we are talking about multicellular organisms. That's why here many cells we can expect, many group of cells which is considered as tissues also. So they will have different functions, right? Here now, see, first one is epithelial tissue. Let us go deeply about that four tissues like epithelial, connective, and third one muscular. Next, fourth one nervous tissue. See here, epithelial tissue. Epi means outer, children. Epi means what? Outer. Thelium means tissue. Epi means outer. Thelium means tissue. See here. Epi means outer. Thelium means tissue. Epithelial tissues are present in the skin. So which is epi, which is outer? Then outer lining almost consists of epithelial tissue. See, epithelial tissue are present in the dash. As outer, what are the outer covering? Skin, lining of the mouth, lining of blood vessels. You don't think about only skin only. Here, lining of the mouth, lining of blood vessels also. If you take separately that blood vessels, their blood vessels covering, outer covering also here, epithelial tissue will involve in that. Lung alveoli and kidney tubules. Okay. Already you know alveoli. What is alveoli? Alveoli is a plural. Like alveoli is a singular. Alveoli is a plural. Like what is a alveoli? Okay. In 10th class, you will get deeply about this. Is a plural word. In lungs, air sacs. So that particular air sacs like complex structures are called alveoli. Okay. So here,
Sir, we can't hear you, sir.
list, sir.
Now it's okay, sir.
Okay, okay, fine, sir. Okay. A epithelial tissue. Epi means outer. Thelium means tissue. See here, epithelium, lining of blood vessels. Larval is a plural word. Alveoli is nothing but which are present in lungs is called. You will get. Okay. Let us do an. Here, first of all, we have to collect the substance lining the mouth. Collect the substance lining the mouth by using wooden spoon and observe this under the microscope. Here, how to collect that lining the mouth by using wooden spoon is a very, very important. And here we have a great importance for precautions here in activity. Okay. They may not give directly this is precaution, but that precaution we have to think and follow the particularly. Like when we are going to write activity, do activity. First of all, aim. Next, apparatus. Okay. After apparatus, after procedure. Before procedure, you have to before or after. Okay, no problem. You have to write precautions. Precaution. Yes, precautions. You have to write. Very, very important. You don't think if you write a procedure for 2 pages or 3 pages, you will get full marks. Like that, not. It will be divided like for aim half mark, for procedure 1 mark, for precaution half mark or 1 mark. Like that will be divided. So we have to write precautions. After that, we have to write observation. After that, we have to write result. After that, we have to write our own opinion on that particular activity. So here, collecting lining of the mouth is a main task. You have to use wooden spoon for this. You have to use wooden spoon because wooden spoon will not harm you. Okay. So you may not get hurt by using wooden spoon because we have to remove that upper layer, very lining. If you use instead of that wooden spoon, any iron or anything like any spoon, other spoon like normal spoon, it may get like if you use that, you may get hurt. Okay, you may like get injured. So that's why you have to use wooden spoon only, right? And observe this under microscope. So directly here given observe under microscope. Here by wooden spoon you have to scrape. lining of the mouth, and take that scrap and material shampoo on the slide, and add 1 or 2 drops of water on that particular shampoo, and gently cover it with cover slip, and with the blunt end of needle you have to press. Okay, then take that in under microscope and observe. Okay, so while scraping you should not use iron or any other things, because you have to use here wooden spoon. Wooden spoon is a very good thing for collecting that particular material, because we have to be safe. And after that, however, we can keep in that particular area of microscope and observe under the microscope with eyepiece. While you are observing, you have to maintain one observation book. Here we can say like normal book to draw the diagram what you have observed. Here we have to use observation book. In observation book, what you are going to observe, that diagram you have to draw in that observation book. Later words, you have to compare the diagram with your textual book. Okay, then you can get a labeling and everything. You can get comparison also. Okay, so like that you have to observe. Draw the diagram that you have observed in the microscope. This is very important. Don't forget to draw what you are observed under the microscope, because it will help you to take comparison in between textual book and a normal observation book. That's why you have to draw that observation book under microscope. What you have observed, that you have to draw under uh, particular that observation book. You have to draw what you have observed under the microscope. Okay, in your notebook here, given notebook here, instead of notebook I am using that observation book, right? Because if we keep separately for that observation book, it will be better, I think, because we have many activities. So in the activity performed in 8th class, you observed cells, now you observe tissues. Already in 8th class, we have done that activity, but at that time we have observed cells. But here, now we are observing about tissues. We are observing about tissues. Now here we have questions on that. How are the cells arranged? Are there any intercellular spaces? Nothing but intercellular space, nothing but in between cells. Is there any gaps, any spaces? So when you are observing under the microscope, automatically you can come to know that what is the situation. Okay, and is there any intercellular spaces? How are the cells are arranged in a systematically, or by taking gaps, or what it may be? You have to write answers for these questions by observing that particular figure. The epithelial tissue extremely thin and flat, right? The epithelial tissue extremely thin and flat. You just observe down figure number 4, squamous epithelium. Epithelial tissue extremely thin and flat, and see here, form a delicate lining, delicate, very soft lining. Okay, we can use this delicate word, delicate material, very soft material. The epithelial tissue extremely thin and flat, form a delicate lining. This is called as a squamous epithelium. We find this type of epithelium in esophagus. We find this type of epithelium in esophagus. Esophagus is a like tubule. Tubule. Okay. Tubule, after that, a pharynx. Okay. Like esophagus. Okay. Like from a mouth, one tubule will start, no? So that in that esophagus tubule, we can expect this. Okay. So here we find this type of epithelium in esophagus also. Lining of the mouth, lining of blood vessels, lung alveoli, where transportation of substances selectively occur through permeable membrane. Selectively permeable membrane. So which is considered as a selectively permeable membrane? Let us go deeply about that. Before that, I would like to repeat once again. The epithelial tissue extremely thin and flat, right? What are the characteristics of epithelial tissue? Thin and flat, and form a delicate lining. So which tissue extremely thin and flat and form a delicate lining that is called as squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium. We find this type of epithelium in esophagus, lining of mouth, lining of blood vessels, lung, alveoli, where the transportation of substance selectively occurs through permeable membrane. You will learn about permeability in the next chapter of transport across membrane. So may you not wait up to that next chapter. Then I would like to give some message about that selectively permeable membrane. Here, egg layer, protein layer, or potato layer we can use in osmosis. Which layer selectively permeable? Like when it's needed, that can allow. When it's not needed, it won't allow. Okay, it not always open the gate. It when it's needed to balance the concentration outside and inside of that particular layer, it can allow. For example, some material is there inside and outside. Outside high concentration, inside low concentration is there. To balance that concentration only, that particular layer can allow inside to outside or outside to inside, up to level the balance. Up to level the concentration or balance the concentration. When outside inside both concentrations are similar or become same, then this allowing of materials will be stopped. So this is a selectively process. Selectively permeable membrane, which membrane can allows when equalize or balance the concentrations inside and outside other particular area, then that is a selectively permeable. You will learn about that very deeply in next lesson. No problem about that. Just I am given idea about that. So just you observe, look at the screen, all of you. Figure this is one of the epithelial tissue, squamous epithelium. Here, this is very flat, right? Delicate, extremely thin and flat, delicate. You can expect this thin and flat and delicate because here, epi, outside, skin. Here, we can observe nucleus, basement membrane. Basement membrane, figure number 4, squamous epithelium. Okay, fine. Let us go for next slide. Is here. The epithelial cells in skin are arranged in the form of layers. See here, we are getting slowly that particular answers for that given question. The epithelial cells in skin are how arranged? They are arranged in the form of a layer. This is called as a stratified squamous epithelium. What that? Stratified squamous epithelium. Think why are the epithelial cells in the skin are arranged in the form of layers?
We can't hear you, sir.
Okay, fine. Please stand line, all of you. Let me share you slide. See here, the epithelial cells in skin are arranged in the form of layers. This is called as stratified squamous epithelium. Think why are the epithelial cells in the skin are arranged in the form of layers? If you drink a hot tea or chilled cool drink, how do you feel? If your skin burns or is wounded, which tissue would get affected? Okay, to get that answers, we have to know, we have to do some more activities. because these all are related to epithelial tissue. Okay, the epithelial cells in skin are arranged in the form of layers. This is called the stratified squamous epithelium. Let us go for that activity 2. See here, squamous epithelium completed. Now we are going to learn about a cuboidal epithelium. All are epithelium only. All can help in protect and covering inside and outside. Okay, fine. In that, so we can see different types of epithelium. First, squamous epithelium is completed. Now, cuboidal epithelium. Don't get confusion. In that epithelium tissue, see we have 4 tissues: epithelial tissues, connective tissue, next muscular tissue, nervous tissue. Now we are talking about epithelial tissue. Squamous epithelial tissue is completed. Now we are going for cuboidal epithelium tissue. So here we have an activity. As I told you, once more I am going to tell about that. Aim, we have to write here nothing is given, but you have to make this answer as like that. We have to write aim, ladder, apparatus, ladder, precautions, ladder, procedure, or after procedure precautions, no problem. Next, observation and result. After result, many members are habituated to write up to result. That's it. But here, this system is changed. After result, you have to write your own opinion. Okay, children are habituated to write opinion only for project, but here for lab activity also you have to write opinion, children. Don't forget this. After a report or result, you have to write your opinion. Result will be less, your opinion will be more. So by utilizing that, by taking help of that result and all, you have to write your opinion. This is the main thing. Okay, so here take a permanent slide. This matter you can convert to that particular way: aim, apparatus, precaution, procedure, observation, result, and opinion. Okay, opinion should be more than result, because result just what you have observed, what you have seen, what you got that result, you are expressing that it. But opinion will be more. What is your opinion by that particular activity? Take a permanent slide of cuboidal epithelium from your laboratory slide box and observe under the microscope. Okay. Take a permanent slide of a cuboidal, permanent slide here. Some slides will make for that permanently by using systematic process. So directly we will get a directly, no need to prepare the slide. Directly you will have the slide, permanent slide in your laboratory. We have to take that permanent slide of a cuboidal epithelium from your laboratory slide box. So in slide box we can keep that particular slides. Okay, because glass material. So you have to collect that slide, particular slide from the slide box and observe under the microscope directly. Here no need to prepare. Already it is prepared. Draw the picture in your notebook. As I told you, observation book we have to maintain while you are observing. You have to draw the picture of that particular observation diagram should be in your observation book to compare textual figure and observation figure. Okay. So draw the picture in your notebook. How are the cells arranged? By observing that particular drawing, okay, you have to think how are the cells are arranged. Here, this is a cuboidal tissue. Look at the screen. It's looking like snake, right? Okay. You just keep in your mind for getting idea about that particular image. You have to just compare with day-to-day life things. Okay. These are the cuboidal epithelial cells. Cuboidal epithelial cells, which form the lining of organs. See here. Everyone is covering only, but particular places here we are going deeply. These are the cuboidal epithelial cells, which form the lining of organs. Lining of the organs, which is responsible cuboidal tissue. It will cover the organs. So we can expect the cuboidal tissue is present lining of the organs. Or tubules. Okay, tubules. We have many tubules. We can expect in tubules also. Like ureters. Did you get ureter? In sexual reproduction of human beings, you can get this ureter. Okay, urethra, ureters. Okay, just you go back. Like in reproduction lesson, you will have this. Okay, you can go and observe once. Ureters, urethra, ureter, right? Okay, fine. Next year. So your ureter also covered with the cuboidal epithelium or other parts and also other parts also covered that with cuboidal epithelial tissue and provide mainly mechanical support to salivary glands here. Here mainly it's a provide mechanical support for who? For whom it will give mechanical support? Salivary glands. What are salivary glands, sir? Salivary glands, the glands which are present in our mouth and tongue. Okay, saliva. What is saliva? In Telugu, lalajalam. Like in our Telangana language, sollu. Right? Okay, saliva, right? So saliva can secrete from the salivary glands. Because of saliva only, we are getting this everything like taste. Okay, from taste buds. And here, saliva mixed with food material, and it will can be grinded, crushed and grinded with the teeth and form as like balls like structures, and it can slip in our food pipe. Right? Okay, you will have that deeply in 10th class that. Now let us go for that. Do you know? Do you know? Sometimes a portion of epithelial tissue folds inwards and formed a multicellular gland. Very, very important, children. Sometimes a portion of epithelial tissue, sometimes a portion of epithelial tissue can fold inwards. Okay, inside that can take a folding. Okay, fold inwards and form a multicellular gland. Here, multicellular gland, why we considered? Because it's these foldings consist more than one cell. Okay, so that's a multicellular gland. Okay, hence it is called as glandular epithelium. This is called here we have chance to get one question. Why this cuboidal epithelium is called a glandular epithelium? You don't write, I don't know, sir. You have to write sometimes a portion of epithelial tissue folds inward direction or inwards and formed a multicellular gland. Multicellular gland. Hence, it is called as a glandular epithelium. Hence, it is called as a glandular epithelium. Okay. Next, let us go for that activity 3. Activity 3. Here, activity 3. Take a permanent slide of a columnar epithelium. First of all, squamous epithelium. Second one, cuboidal epithelium. Third one, columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium. So don't forget, we have you have to make these tissues like in flowchart, children. You have to make flowchart for this because you may not get a confusion. Here we have mainly 4 tissues: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. Now we are in epithelial tissue. Tissue. Second one, columnar epithelial tissue. It is looking like columns. See, that's why columnar epithelium tissue. Okay. So here, activity 3. Let us observe columnar epithelial tissue. Check a permanent slide here. No need to prepare a slide. Here already we have permanent slides. You have to collect one slide from permanent, slide box. Take a permanent slide of columnar epithelial from the slide box and observe it under the microscope. Observe it under the microscope. Okay. As usual, you have to follow the same procedure. Okay. And you have to make it in that particular form, like aim, apparatus, as I told you, precaution, procedure, observation, and result, and last opinion. Okay, opinion. See, take a permanent slide of a columnar epithelium from the slide box and observe it under the microscope. Draw the figure that you have observed under the microscope. Here, it is must, because you have to draw the particular figure in your observation book and compare your observation diagram with your textual diagram. Okay, so it will be helpful for you. Okay, in future in intermediate you will have slides and specimens. When we are going for lab to observe that slides, we have to draw the diagrams in our observation book. In practical exam, they will give directly slide without mentioning that particular name. By observing that particular slide under microscope, we have to find out which slide it is. Okay, so like that will be in your higher education. That's why we have to practice from now itself. Okay, when you see any structure, you have to get a thing in your mind. Oh, this is a columnar epithelial tissue. Columnar epithelial tissue, like that. Okay, so draw the figure that you have observed under the microscope. About the cells, do you find any hair-like projections on the outside surface of epithelial tissue? Okay, these are the questions. These type of cells are present wherever absorption and secretion occurs. Okay, see here, absorption and secretions are occurs in epithelial only, right? Outer only, right? In that columnar epithelium tissue is responsible for absorption and secretion. Absorption taking in, secretion means leaving out that is sweat things. These type of cells are present wherever absorption and secretion occurs. Try to think where is the type of epithelial tissues present in our body. Okay, these type of cells are present where our absorption and secretion occurs. Okay, try to think where is this type of epithelial tissue present in your body. Where this tissue present is, if we go for that searching of secretion and absorption, we can get that answer, right? So you think and get the answer where the absorption and the secretion will take place. There, your columnar epithelium is present. Do you know the skin is also a kind of epithelial tissue, right? Yes, skin is also a kind of epithelial tissue. Where does nails and hairs grow from? Where does hairs and nails grow from? Right. The scales of fishes, reptiles, and feathers. Okay. The scales of fishes, reptiles. Okay, like snakes, like that. And feathers of birds. Feathers of birds also grow from epithelium. Exactly. Scales of fishes, reptiles, and feathers of birds also grow from the epithelium. So this is a total like about epithelium, this last para. Okay, these are modified epithelial tissues. These are modified epithelial tissue. This epithelial tissue only can be modified. From there itself, these snails, whatever these reptiles, snakes, the scales of fishes, the feathers of birds also grow from the particular epithelium tissue, right? So there is a modification. These are modified epithelial tissues, right? Okay. You learn more about them in the chapter adaptations in different ecosystems. Exactly. I will tell you a little idea about this adaptation. See, children, for example, desert plants you can observe. Where the water source is available, there we can accept a large trees and containing big leaves, because there is like source of water. There is source of water. That's why there is a chance to take water and involve in the transportation. Okay, but in desert plants, there is no chance to take excess of water. That's why that to survive our life, we have to bend children. So that's why plants also can make their leaves, modify their leaves like as thorns, because by making that leaves into thorns, we can prevent loss of water. So, example, giraffe. Actually, giraffe not with that particular like a large neck. Okay, to survive that giraffe's life, they started to take leaves from the tall trees. In that way, automatically they fetched that particular neck. Then slowly, that is help. That is needed to survive their life. That's why slowly that modification took place, one generation to next generation. So about this everything, like these interesting matters are there in adaptations in different ecosystems. Okay, so next connective tissue. So connective tissue we can discuss in next class. As time up, I'm going to wind up the session, and I'm going to give chance for next session, next class, next subject. So thank you one and all, and let us meet in next class with the beautiful slide once again. We can start with the connective tissue. Okay, thank you one and all.
Good morning, all of you. How are you all today? Fine. Have you all got up early in the morning? The climate is so cool nowadays, isn't it? Anindra, why are you so happy today? Christina, Kripa, Anindra, Varshida, Sai Kiran, Nandu, Musamil, nice name, Musamil. Give me a smile. Okay, very good. So, are you all reading the textbook every day? I told all of you that every day you will have to read at least 2 or 3 paragraphs. So to improve your language, every day you will have to read at least 2 paragraphs. That's enough for English improving your language. Okay, let's go ahead with the lesson. Let me share the screen now. Just wait. So this is the lesson that we have been through in the previous session. Class 9 English Unit 3 A Reading. Swami is expelled from school. Almost 70% of the lesson has been finished. And the aim of this lesson is to make you understand the importance of school life and education. As I told you, when you become aged, when you are bedridden, when you are not able to walk or run, so at that time on your bed, you could remember about your school days along with your friends, isn't it? So you could imagine whatever you have done when you were studying in a school, the happiest moment in your life. So school life, you cannot miss your school life. So here we go ahead on our today's agenda is introduction of the topic, vocabulary, explanation and homework. So in case of glossary, already I have explained, just let me read it once. Why I am reading it every day, it means at least you have to keep 2 or 3 words in your mind. Okay, flushed. What do you mean by flushed? Flushed, it means red and hot. A flushed face, it means an angry face. You have already learned that the headmaster entered the class with a flushed face. Ominous. Ominous, it means suggesting that something bad is going to happen. Suggesting that something bad is going to happen. So omen. There are good omen and ill omen. If it is good omen, it's good for us. Ill omen, it means that when you're going out for an interview, for writing an examination, suddenly a black cat came in front of you. So you feel that whatever you are going to write, I mean on an examination or something, you are going to fail in that. You assume that. If you are going to attend an interview, when you see a black cat just crossed the path, then you feel that you won't get that job. The next word is eminence. In this lesson, it means height. But the actual meaning of the word is the quality of being highly accomplished and respected. An eminent personality. A highly accomplished and respected personality or a person. Flog. Beat with a stick as a punishment. You are always flogged in school, isn't it? By your teachers when you don't write your homework. Ascertain. Ascertain, it means find out. I need to ascertain whether you are telling true or false. So ascertain, it means to find out. I want to find out. I want to ascertain. Perspiration, sweat. Knuckles, this part of the hand, this joint, a part of a finger at a joint where the bone is near the surface. And the next word is rap. What do you mean by rap? Rap, it means severe blow with a cane. Don't forget this word as well. Cane, it means a stick. It can be used as a verb and as a noun. So I took a cane. In that case, the word cane is a noun. I caned her. I punished her with a stick. That is the meaning. Caned. So the word cane can be used as a verb as well as a noun. Next slide. See here, gaol. Gaol, it means jail. It's an old usage. Nowadays, people are not using this word. Discreet, it means tactful. You must be discreet. You must be tactful. You must be careful in saying something. I am discreet. I am very careful in saying something. Distress, extreme pain. Distress. He was distressed. So the word can also be taken as a verb as well. He was distressed. It means he was in extreme pain. Thrash. What do you mean by thrash? Thrash, flog, cane, beat. These all words have the same meaning. Beat repeatedly and violently with a stick. Sometimes when you do a lot of mischievous acts, your teachers will punish you in a violent manner. So that is what is called a thrash. The next word, whack, the act of hitting vigorously. So the same meaning. Thrash, whack, beat, cane, flog. Brigand, a member of a gang of bandits or thieves. So brigand, it means a member of a gang of thieves. Desperation, anxiety or worry. Desperation, it means anxiety or worry. Restrain, keep under control. I am trying to restrain. I am trying to keep under control. Grasp, seize and hold family. Seize and hold family. And here we go with the lessons. Okay. Okay, we will start from here. Already we have covered this part in the previous session. I couldn't come, stammered Swaminathan. Stammering, I already told you, it's a kind of speaking disability. But sometimes what happens is that when you are afraid to talk, when you are scared of a person, when you are scared of your teacher, when you start talking, you may be repeating the first alphabet many times. But for somebody, it's a kind of disease. It's a kind of disability. They always speak in such a manner only. Whenever they start a word, a particular word, they will be repeating that first alphabet. So that is called stammering. So here, because of fear, Swaminathan stammers. I couldn't come, stammered Swaminathan. Is that so? Asked the headmaster, and turning to a boy, he said, bring the peon. Then the headmaster asked one of the boys from that class to go and bring the peon. Swaminathan thought, what is he going to ask the peon to thrash me? What is he going to ask the peon to thrash me? So in Swaminathan's mind, a thought came then. What was the thought? Is the principal going to ask the peon to thrash, to beat Swaminathan? If he does any such thing, if the headmaster is asking the peon to beat me, I will bite everybody dead. So Swaminathan will be planning to bite everybody to death. The peon came. The headmaster said to him, now say, what you know about this rascal, stupid, on the desk. So peon, can you tell me something about this boy? This boy is a rascal. What do you know about him? The peon eyed. Eyed, it means observed or looked. The peon eyed Swaminathan with a sinister look, in an evil look, or in a horrific look, or in a horror look. Grunted. Grunted, it means a sound which produced through your throat. And demanded, didn't I see you break the panes? Didn't I see you break the panes? Panes, it means the glasses on a window. So your window, window panes, the glasses will be there. And in case of ventilators also, panes will be there with the glasses. So didn't I see you break the panes of the ventilators in my room? Added the headmaster with zest. Zest, it means enthusiasm. Then suddenly headmaster remembered that incident. One day what happened? Someone took a stone and threw at the ventilators of the headmaster's room. Here there was no chance of escape. Here there was no chance of escape. So there is no chance to escape from the headmaster now, because Swaminathan was the student who threw stones at the ventilator, the window panes of the headmaster's room. Swaminathan kept look steadily. Swaminathan kept looking steadily, foolishly, till he received another whack on the back, another punishment on the back, another hit on his back. So headmaster understood that Swaminathan was the student who had broken the window panes. That's why the headmaster beat him on his back with his cane, with his stick. The headmaster demanded what the young brigand had to say about it. The headmaster asked in an angry manner what the young brigand, here brigand refers to Swaminathan. What do you mean by brigand? Brigand, it means a member in a gang of thieves. So here it means a stupid or a foolish boy. What the young brigand had to say about it, what the young mischievous boy had to say about it. The brigand had nothing to say. The brigand had nothing to say because there is no chance of escaping. The headmaster understood that he is the one who had broken the window panes and he had kept away from the school yesterday as well. So two mischievous acts were committed by Swaminathan. It was a fact that the brigand had nothing to say. It was a fact that he had broken the panes. So it was true that Swaminathan had broken the panes. They had seen it. It means the peon and the headmaster had seen it. There was nothing more to it. There was nothing more I can do. He had unconsciously become defiant and did not care to deny the charge. He had unconsciously become defiant. He doesn't have any words to defend his act. Because if you have done something good and somebody is calling you, you can defend that. I didn't do that. Swaminathan clearly, and he is not able to defend his statement, or he is not able to defend his stand, and did not care to deny the charge. He doesn't want to refuse the charge. So he is going to accept that. He had broken the panes of the ventilator. When another whack came on his back, he ejaculated. When another hit came on his back, again the headmaster started punishing him. He ejaculated. Suddenly he wanted to say something. Don't beat me, sir. It pains. Don't beat me, sir. It pains. Because Swaminathan cannot beat him back because he is the headmaster of the school. If it is his friend, Swaminathan may punish him back or fight him back. But he is the headmaster of the school. And then he said, don't beat me, sir. It pains. I'm getting a lot of pain on my back. You have started punishing me. Already you had punished me 3 or 4 times. Again and again the headmaster punishes him. This was an invitation to the headmaster to bring down the cane 4 times again. So when Swaminathan said, or when Swaminathan requested not to punish him to the headmaster, then when he said that sentence, don't beat me, sir, it pains, the headmaster got more angry and he punished him 4 times again. So in your schools, if a teacher is beating you 4 or 5 times, what would have happened? You'd bring your parent the next day, isn't it? Yes. So here in the past, even though the teacher punished the child for 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, there was no problem at all. The child had to accept it because he had made a mistake, he had to accept it. Nowadays, the generation has changed. The situation has changed. The teachers cannot punish the students in a school. Even if a teacher punishes the child, what happens? Tomorrow there will be a trouble from your parents. So in the past, even though the headmaster punished 3, 4 or 5 times, the parents did not come to the school and argue with the teacher. The parents' mentality in the past was also different. They used to ask the teachers to punish their children. So parents in the past, they thought that when the children are getting punishment, they will study better. They wanted their children to study better. But nowadays, in the present era, almost all the parents are very permissive parents. They wanted their children to be happy always. They don't want to make their children suffer. If they don't know, if they are not experiencing suffering, what's going to happen in the future? They will be spoiled, definitely. So the situation of his father, the situation of his mother should be known by a child. The suffering of the father and the mother to earn money for the family, how they are earning money, these all things should be said to the child to keep him active or understand the position of the family. Okay, then. This was an invitation to the headmaster to bring down the cane 4 times again. He said, keep standing here on this desk, staring like an idiot, looking like an idiot, till I announce your dismissal. So the headmaster planned that he is going to dismiss Swaminathan from the school. This is what he has planned. Every pore in Swaminathan's body burned with the touch of the cane. Every pore, it means you could see small holes on your skin from where these tiny hairs grow. So, if you look very carefully at your skin, you could see tiny holes on your skin from where that tiny hairs grow. So that hole is known as pore. So every pore in Swaminathan's body burned with the touch of the cane. So Swaminathan is getting very angry, as well as he feels very sad, and he got a lot of pain as well. He got a sudden flood of courage. Suddenly from nowhere, he got a sudden flood of courage. So again and again, he's getting punished, isn't it? Suddenly he got a sudden flood of courage. Something came to his mind. He got angry. The courage that comes of desperation, the courage that comes of anxiety, the courage that comes of worries. He restrained the tears. He restrained the tears that were threatening to rush out. So the tears were, his eyes were filled with the tears. He just rubbed it off, and that the tears were just about to rush out, about to roll down. Jumped down from the table, not desk, jumped down from the desk and grasping his books. He took the books from the table, rushed out muttering, rushed out to say, I don't care for your dirty school. I don't care for your dirty school. So Swaminathan said that I don't want to study here. I don't care for your dirty school. So that headmaster punished Swaminathan maybe 10 or 15 times. That's why he got very angry. He jumped down from the desk. He took his books with angry and rushed out muttering. He went outside of the class saying that I don't care for your dirty school. I don't want to study here. So this is all about the lesson which was written by R.K. Narayan. So we will learn something about the writer as well. About the author. R.K. Narayan, 10 October 1906, 13 May 2001. Shortened from Rashipuram Krishnaswamy Iyer Narayana Swamy, was an Indian author, was an Indian writer whose works of fiction include a series of books about people and their interactions in an imagined town in India called Malgudi. So he was an Indian writer whose works of fiction include a series of books. He had written a series of books about people and their interactions in an imagined town. So imagined town, the name of the town is Malgudi. He is credited with bringing Indian literature in English to the rest of the world. So he has written a lot of books in English. Even though he was an Indian writer, he used to write in English. Swamy and Friends, the Bachelor of Arts, the English teacher and the financial expert are his popular works. The present extract is from Swamy and Friends. So this part that we have learned today, he has taken from his book Swamy and Friends. So only Swamy and Friends, it means it's a very big book containing hundreds of pages, but only 2 or 3 pages we had taken from that book. His narratives highlight social context and provide a feel for his characters through everyday life. So we could see many characters like Swamy in our everyday life. In your school, there may be a child like Swaminathan, a mischievous child like Swaminathan. In a writing career that spanned over 60 years, Narayan received many awards and honors. In a writing career that continued over 60 years, R.K. Narayan, he has received many awards and honors. This includes the A.C. Benson Medal from the Royal Society of Literature and Padma Vibhushan, India's second highest civilian award. So, Padma Vibhushan is the India's second highest civilian award, which was received by R.K. Narayan. He was also nominated to the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the Indian Parliament. He was also a politician. He was also nominated to the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of the Indian Parliament. So this is all about the author, and answer the following questions. You will have to do it yourself. Don't forget that you will have to complete your classwork book as early as possible. So the first thing, in case of this unit, unit 3, Swamy is expelled from school, and write the glossary first, glossary with the syllables first. Later you go ahead with the questions and answers. Then a discourse will be there. I will tell you about the discourse in the next session. Now we will go ahead with the vocabulary part. So see here, the second bit. Here are some utterances speaking from the story. Complete the table. So in the first thing, are you not ashamed of coming and sitting there after what you did yesterday? Who said to whom? So I request everybody to take a pencil and your test, open your test book. Page number 51. Page number 51. Are you all ready with your pencil? Okay. Are you not ashamed of coming and sitting there after what you did yesterday? So who said to him? The headmaster said to the students. Write it. The headmaster said to the students. The headmaster said to the students. What it shows about the speaker? What it shows about the speaker? Authority and angry. The headmaster was very angry. And he shows his authority over the children as well. So write there authority, 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 authority and anger. Authority and anger. Have you all finished? Now say what you know about the rascal on the desk. Now say what you know about the rascal on the desk. So this sentence was spoken by the headmaster, isn't it? So the headmaster to the peon. The headmaster to the peon. Now say what you know about the rascal on the desk. The headmaster to the peon. What it shows about the speaker. Same, authority and anger. authority and anger. anger. Next, third one. Didn't I see you break the panes? Didn't I see you break the panes? Who said this sentence? The peon to Swaminathan. The peon to Swaminathan. The peon said this sentence to Swaminathan. What it shows about the speaker? Authority. Authority. Now, fourth one. Don't beat me, sir. It pains. Don't beat me, sir. It pains. Swaminathan to the headmaster. Swaminathan to the headmaster. What it shows about the speaker? Innocence. 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 Fifth one. Keep standing here on this desk, staring like an idiot, till I announce your dismissal. Keep standing here on this desk, staring like an idiot, till I announce your dismissal. The headmaster to Swaminathan. Headmaster to Swaminathan. What it shows about the speaker? Authority and anger. Authority and anger. Authority and anger. And the last one. Have you all completed? I don't care for your dirty school. I don't care for your dirty school. Who said to whom? Swaminathan said to the headmaster. Swaminathan said to the headmaster. What it shows about the speaker? Mischievousness. Mischievousness. MICHIEVOUS. MICHIEVOUS. Otherwise, you write innocence. That's also fine. Okay, work in groups. You have a question here. Give reasons for Swami's decision to leave the school. Give reasons for Swami's decision to leave the school. Okay, he was proved to be a mischievous boy. First reason, he was proved to be a mischievous boy. He was proved to be a mischievous boy. Second reason, he was going to be dismissed from the school. He was going to be dismissed from the school. And what may be the third answer? He could not tolerate the punishment of the headmaster. He could not tolerate the punishment of the headmaster. He could not tolerate the punishment of the headmaster. These were the three reasons for Swami's decision to leave the school. Okay, children, that's all for today. And don't forget to complete your classwork book. The first unit heading should be written, and lesson 1, Swami is expelled from school. And you will have to write your glossary again, question and answers. And don't write the next lessons heading, because you will be having a discourse at the end of this lesson. So you will have to write it. So thank you all. See you in the next session. Have a great day.